closing the loop in reverse logistics. I'm joined today by Seth Marks. He is Chief Merchandising Officer with Channel Control Merchants. Hi, Seth.
Hi, Bob. Thanks for having me.
And thanks for joining me. So what are the big issues that you see out there, Seth, around the growing volumes of product returns by customers?
The growing problem of customer returns, last year in 2021, $740 billion at retail value of customer returns. If it were a Fortune 500 company, it'd be significantly larger than Walmart. Where does this product go? And that's the journey we're on, because we talk about closed loop, but from a supply chain, it's usually offense, forward. The reverse side, where these returns come from, it's very unclear where this product goes. It's a big issue.
So there are so many things that could happen. Product comes in, maybe it's going to be returned to shelves, but it probably won't. So is it going to be disposed? Is it going to be destroyed? Is it going to go to resellers? Is it going to be discounted? These are difficult decisions to make. Right?
Yes.
And how are companies doing that?
I think they all have their own policies around it, but as ESG comes into play and the importance of sustainability, it's a quite frankly an off the radar dark hole that is the light is being shined upon now, and which is fantastic for the environment, because there's been a tremendous amount of waste and product that has been put in landfills and unnecessary carbon emissions that are taking things four more places than it needs to go. And so being able to mitigate this and draw attention to it is just one of the it's a problem that's getting bigger, especially with the .com return rate being more than double what a physical store return rate is.
So again, I wonder why this is happening, why it's becoming more of a problem. I think you just answered it partially by saying sustainability has entered the picture as a concern. What else is causing this increased flow of reverse product? Is it just the sales are higher, therefore the returns are higher? What is going on out there?
For sure, digital has exacerbated returns and increased returns. As most folks know, a lot of folks will order multiple pieces from apparel, the same design in 3 different sizes. The inability to touch and feel product, which a lot of the .com fulfillment was always going to be an issue, and it is an issue. It's an issue for returns. .com returns are, depending on what category of product, but in some cases 3 times, 4 times higher than physical stores. So the return rate is increasing at an alarming rate for e-commerce.
I mean, clearly, you can try on stuff in a store and know what fits, but you have to, if it's an online environment, you have to bracket it somehow, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Furniture, home products, another big one. They don't like the way it looked. Doesn't fit the right size. So there is still a lot of room for error, which creates a lot more returns on the digital side. And customer physical bricks and mortar returns, that's never going away either.
Well, let's talk about the physical side for a moment, because clearly there is a problem of backlogs in warehouses and in freight systems. How are these service providers dealing with that right now?
It's a problem like we've never seen, I think, in modern retail, because of the COVID exacerbation of the space, the supply chain space is at the all-time premium right now, and the need to take non-productive inventory that's chewing up productive space. So there's this conundrum happening of what are we doing with all these reverse logistics and this inventory that's eating up productive space, and they're working with third parties more than we've ever seen before. The need for third-party logistics partners is at the highest we've ever seen, just because these retailers need to liberate non-productive space and bring in productive inventory. It's by working together, Bob. I think we're seeing an openness to partnering in supply chain, what are the core competencies of the parties, and working together to address this 100 pounds in a 50-pound bag.
Yeah, There really is no other way, is there? Thanks so much, Seth, for outlining for us the problem of returns and how companies are dealing with them today, or not dealing with them as the case may be. I'd like you to take a moment, though, to tell me a little bit about Channel Control Merchants. Where do you guys fit into the picture, and what is it that you do?
Yeah, Channel Control, thanks for asking. Channel Control Merchants, we're a KKR-owned company, which is, as you may know, one of the largest equity funds out there. We're purpose-driven. We're looking at potentially going into the ESG fund because we're a vertically integrated retailer. We're a reverse logistics retailer. We take returns. We have 3 retail banners. Dirt Cheap, if you're ever in the Southeast, we have 120 stores. Canada and the US and the Southeast, they're called Dirt Cheap, Treasure Hunt, and Dirt Cheap Building Supply. So Channel Control Merchants is the holding company, and we have 3 million square feet of return center processing, reverse distribution centers, where we take raw returns, process them, and condition them for resale to then be allocated into any one of those 3 banners in the US or Canada. And then what we bring is transparency all the way down to that UPC, to the human in the underserved. We're in tertiary underserved communities, kind of like a Goodwill, but an agnostic retailer. We take all kinds of customer returns, and then we provide sustainability reporting back to our partners, the retailers, so they know that that product that came back through their stores is being repurposed in underserved communities and not being destroyed, damaged, or burned. So we're the first that we're aware of, certainly in North America, that is a reverse logistics retailer.
Oh, interesting. What an interesting role you play. Thank you so much, Seth, for telling us a little bit about Channel Control Merchants, as well as I said, defining at a higher level just what's going on in the world of returns and reverse logistics. Thanks very much for being with me.
Thank you for having me.
I have been speaking with Seth Marks of Channel Control Merchants. Thank you very much for watching.